This video here is about darkness and the beauty of it and the power of darkness. Now, for some that hear these words when I say the power of darkness, right? Sometimes we're so literally surface, we can't think beyond our limited understanding of things, right? Most people, when they hear the word darkness, the first thing they think about is evil. Another thing they think about is afraid, fear, darkness. Another thing they think about is uncertainty or bad or negative. But I'm here to tell you that darkness is necessary for most things, and we need darkness. If we didn't have darkness, we'll be in trouble. And I'm about to tell you why. Now, first of all, darkness is where everybody was before they even came into existence. You spent 9 months in your mother's stomach in complete darkness. In the darkness, you grew hands, feet, eyes, brain, organs. You became a whole human being inside of the darkness. So how is darkness a bad thing? Okay? Second of all, before you even became a life form, you existed inside of your daddy's nutsacks and inside of your mama's ovaries. You was first a sperm, and inside of your mama, you was an egg. There was an egg. The sperm and the egg had to meet. All of this happened inside of darkness. Darkness was required in order to create life. When you plant a seed, you gotta bury the seed in the dirt, in the dark, in order for it to grow. Darkness is required for growth. Darkness is required for life. When you rest, when do most people rest? Okay, that's the question. Most people rest at night. What is night? Darkness. Only reason why it might be a little bit of light at night is because somebody invented a light bulb, or you might get lights from the city, or you might get light from the stars. But light is required to understand the difference between day and night. If we didn't have transition and we didn't have opposites, then it would be no night. It wouldn't be no time for things on earth to cool off from all the intense heat and sun during the day. And the plants wouldn't even be able to survive or sustain life because they require a certain amount of light and dark in order to even exist. So darkness is required for life to even exist. Darkness is required for you to even rest. Because what happened when you close your eyes? Close your eyes right now and tell me what you see. You see darkness. You can't see nothing. So darkness is required for you to rest. And you know another thing that darkness is good for? Darkness is good for clearing your mind, right? A lot of people have homes that they live in. Some choppers up there. They have homes that they live in, and they like to close the blinds. They like to be in a room that's dark. And the reason why you want to be in a room that's dark is because you're trying to feel comfort. You're trying to create the same environment that you were in when you were in your mom's womb when you were growing. So you need to understand that darkness could be used to grow. Darkness could be used to focus. When you meditate, you close your eyes. You're tuning out all images and visions and thoughts out of your brain and just creating darkness, which means it's nothing. So darkness is sometimes used to clear your mind. Okay? So darkness is not always a bad thing. Most things start out in darkness. Inside of everything is darkness. When the sun goes down, it becomes dark. Darkness is required. So darkness is not a bad thing. Darkness is required for life. For life to sustain itself properly. And everything in life has opposites. You got light and you got dark. You got good, you got bad. You got happy, you got sad. Like everything, even electronics in a car, you got two posts on your battery. They got the black one and the red one. Why you think that is? It's required. Negative is required in order for positive to even exist. Positive is required in order for negative to even exist. Like it can't exist without it. Like everything in life have to have opposites. And it's no such thing as you just saying that one thing is better than the other, because they both require in order to even exist. Existence is only in existence because of darkness and light. Positive and negative. Rain, vapor. Everything is based off of opposites. And darkness is a part of life. So we need to stop looking at everything, looking at the word darkness as a bad thing, because darkness comes from God. God created darkness. So stop telling people, oh, you're sitting in the dark. Oh, you're in the dark. No. Use a different word. Because God created darkness for a reason. And if somebody's doing a thing, they're just doing a thing because of a reason, not just because of it's dark. Darkness is the external part of it. Darkness is the environment. You need to worry about what's going on in the spirit realm instead of worrying about the environment. The environment is not even. The environment is just what we see with our eyes, what our brain tell us that it is. And if we were not there, it wouldn't even exist. Like things only exist when we see it and when we perceive it as being in existence. But we can't say that one thing is bad and another thing is good. Because light could be a bad thing. Light could be a bad thing. If you try looking at the sun with your bare eyes without no glasses on, light can damage your eyes. Could. A light bulb. If you leave it on long enough and try touching it with your hand, it'll burn you. It could. If you take a baby out of a stomach too early and expose it to light just because you believe that light is a good thing, it could die. Too much light or too much sun can cause things to burn. That could be a bad thing. So we can't say that darkness is bad and everything that light is good, that's light is good. They're both good because they're both from God. They both play a role in life. Who are we to say that darkness is bad? When darkness is where growth happens. Darkness is where birth happens. Darkness is where sleep happens. Darkness is where rest happens. And some of these things can be interchanged with light But at the same time, we can't say that darkness is bad. Darkness is required. Darkness is from God. We can use darkness to our advantage, or we can look at it as being a negative thing. But God gave us all these different things, all these different environments, all these different things for us to use for our good. But what happens is we're in a world where people try to figure everything out. They trying to say what's good and what's bad, what's right and what's wrong, what you should do and what you shouldn't do, instead of looking at what God did. Instead of using it to your advantage. But darkness is a powerful thing. So stop calling darkness bad. Darkness is good. It's required for life. It's required for rest. It's required for focus. Better wake up, y'all. Be careful how you use your words, and be careful what you tell people about certain things. Because everything that we believe about things have been taught to us by people because they want to create the scenario, or they want to create a certain stigma about everything, when we really need to look at what benefit do things have. Yeah, everything could have a negative effect, but it also could have a positive effect. So we got to be careful about what we call negative and what we call positive, what we call good and what we call bad. Because everything that God created has a purpose. You start taking away things just because of a name, or just because it was told to you that it's bad, then you start destroying yourself, and you destroy the environment around you, and you destroy people. You know, we limit ourselves that way. Okay? So darkness is good. Darkness is powerful. Darkness is life. You are born in darkness. You rest in darkness. When you fall asleep, you fall asleep in the dark. When you dream in darkness. Like you're no longer looking at anything that's being illuminated by the sun when you close your eyes. So it's darkness. And that is what it is. This Doubleogee Truthseeker, aka Lionheart, signing out, and I'm out. Yup.